Hi everyone, this is Tracy. Thank you for joining me again today for another demonstration. I've got myself a new gel press today, only because this is my old one, and you can see it's kind of a little bit a little bit stained, shall we say. And there's nothing wrong if your gel press is stained. Keep using it, it's not a problem. But I've treated myself just to make it clear to you how much I'm putting on anyway. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Colourbox, which is pewter, and then I'm going to ink up and then just transfer that onto my brand new gel press. And you can see how nice and smooth that goes on. People ask me about ink pads, what ink pads to actually put onto the gel press. I mean, you know, there's lots of ink pads you can use out there. I only use Colourbox because the water content is very low in it. And that's the same with the Distress Oxide. So when you brayer the ink on, you don't get the beading. Now, sometimes with the Distress inks, the water content is higher, they're brilliant for blending, but for the gel press, you get that beading. That again is not a problem. It's just that the print that comes out shows all the beading, which I think can be quite nice. Some of you may like that, some of you might not. So I just tend to stick with the Colourbox because I know I get a nice smooth finish. But of course the choice is completely yours. Experiment, you know, try different things. That's all I ever do. Okay, so taking the fan brush now, I'm going to just pick up, I think we've got an orange here, so I'm just going to just sprinkle that on. You can see now how much I'm putting on. Hopefully you can. And we shall go with some of the olive. And what other colour shall we do? We'll do a little bit of purple actually. Quite a strong colour this, so you only need a tiny bit. Now 3 or 4 colours really is enough. If you're finding you're getting a muddy background, it's just because you've got too much going on, too many colours and just too much ink. So again, it's about experimenting and trying different things, and that way you will decide what works for you. Okay, so I'm using the multifarious card now. I'm going to pop that down over the top, smooth that over. And there we've got our background. Now I've got a little line going on here. I think that's a hair or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Okay, so you can see how wonderful, you know, all this texture going on is just fabulous. And again, I've watered them down a lot. So it's quite a subtle background, which I actually quite like. Okay, so I'm just going to move that. I'll trim this down. I'm going to leave a little bit of a border, so okay. As I say, don't worry about if you've got any little sort of imperfections on it, like the line I've got here. By the time you stamp onto it and pour your bits on, you won't even see that. So again, don't worry. You know, it's about working with it. That's the key. So I've got, who have I got here? I think it's Winifred. So I'm going to ink her up in Nocturne. And we're just going to pop Winifred down on the card here. Winifred is after my lovely Nan. Bless her. Okay, let that rest. Give it a good press, let that ink soak in. I know I keep saying that, but it's worth it to get a good result. There we go. And you get all this lovely detail on her hair, on her wings. So it's worth just letting that ink soak in. Okay, so I'm going to use one of our seed heads here. Now let's just measure that. Yep, okay. Now this time I think I'm going to ink the base in the green, and then we're going to add a bit of vibrant, what's this one, Glamorous. And that just gives us a nice sort of two-tone to our stamp. I'm going to pop that down like so. Again, just let that rest a while. And there we have it. And we're just going to repeat that. So again, ink up the base, and then the top, the seed head in another colour. I mean, you can use any colours you like. I've just picked these two. I don't want it to be too repetitive, so I think we'll go a little bit higher there. Okay, and then again ink up. And this time I'm going to take off, and then I'm just going to pop one down. Let's pop one here. Okay, there we go. Going to use one of our old favourite stamps. I think this is Wildflower, but you'll have to double check with me on that. And then we'll use Twilight for this one. So inking up. I'm just going to pop few down here. She's amongst all the flowers. There we go. I need to ground her, so again I'm going to just use some torn paper. Actually, I'll pop that down first. Just find my smoothie. Inking up again in the Twilight. I'm going to just go at the base of her feet. So she's standing. But you can see here I've got a flower, a seed head floating. So I need to ground that as well. So I'm looking at the base of the seed head, and I'm just going to add a little bit of colour there as well. So there you go. Can you see that? So I've just put that one in to ground her to stand on, and then I've just added this one in the background to show that the seed head is grounded as well. Okay. And now I'm using our lovely new worded stamp. This is Keeping Faith. And we've got lots of lovely words in there, which are really just nice and encouraging right now. So I'm inking up in, what's this one called? Rainforest. It's quite a dark colour, so I'm going to just take off and then pop that down. And again on this side. There we go. And finally, I'm just going to go around the edge of the card with a colour. Now, I'm not sure, I think we will go back to the twilight actually, especially down here. And I'm literally going to just touch the edges because I want to keep the white border. So just literally just kiss the edge, work your way around like so. And there we go. Okay, so we need a little bit of glitter, and let's have some stars as well. That was quite a nice colour that I used the other day. This is Medieval Blue, so I'm going to go back to that one. Just adds a little bit of magic. Okay, so I'm going to add some glitter now. So I'm going to think about where I want my glitter. And the glue pen's great for giving you some tiny, tiny little dots. So when you put the glitter on, it's not too overpowering. There we go. And colour-wise, what shall we go with? I think we're going to go with the blue and the purple. So I'm just going to just sprinkle that over. Tap off. And the finer glitter, again, it sticks to your VersaFine ever so slightly, but it's actually really nice. Gives it a nice shimmer. Hope you can see that. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the demo today. Thanks guys for watching, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care guys, bye for now.